on prayer and magic and finding what you need in life. I still have a book of shadows, given to me by an elderly lady who it transpired was a witch. I keep it in a secret drawer under my altar. On the first page is a prayer. Use it daily, morning or night, it matters not, but use it faithfully each day, and it will help you gain wisdom and power. To get the full benefit from this prayer, you should stand in the nude before a mirror. Stand still, breathe deeply and slowly for a few minutes, and when you feel relaxed, gaze at a point between your eyes, then repeat out loud this prayer. O great eternal spirit force, pervading all this universe, grant to me, this day, light in place of darkness. Let the great lords of flame fill my being with peace. Let my inner mind be uplifted that I may gain insight of the teachings of olden days. Let my mind become a vehicle for the reflection of a super spirit that dwells within me. Free me this day that no longer must I carry the burdens of sorrow or weakness. Let the streams of occult power flow through me in perfect rhythm. Let the activities of my lower mind be fully stilled until the power of the Shining Ones manifests through me and becomes visible in all realms, both on the astral plane and the physical plane. Let me become a living temple of radiant power. Shield me and protect me this day, so let it be. All that is one powerful prayer. Use it and enjoy the power it will produce for you. As I have said, this book is about magic, and magic is about change under the direction of the mind. How about you? Are you going to change? May I ask how old you are? 20 years? 40 years? Older? Yes, you have not found the key to easy wealth. Well, should you live for another 40 or so years, you will not be worth much more than you are today, unless you change. Think about that. Think, but do not despair, for all is not lost. This book will give you the know-how, then it's up to you. Win or lose, it's your choice. This book will not fail you. Practice and win, but don't expect to win without work. You must follow the instructions to the letter. How about that list I asked you to write? It should be in front of you now. Is it? No. Why not? Now take heed. This could be your last chance to make good. If you read this book from the first page to the last page and read it over and over again, you will not be worth one iota more than you are now. I mean that. You may have a lot more knowledge about magic, but you will not gain any wealth by just reading. The only way you are going to succeed is by the practice of the secrets revealed in this book. Now once more I will ask you, how about that list? Do you have it? Do you perhaps need some help to compile it? It is not as easy as it would seem to be. Let me show you how easy it is to make mistakes. Have you perhaps written a list something like this example? I'm taking an actual list as given by a new member of my own group. By and large, this is the sort of thing I find when asking for a list of things that a person needs. Things I want: a lot of money, my own house, good home for my kids, new furniture, new car, good job, well paid. Mistakes in thinking: exact amount not stated, no description of house, no locality stated, articles not names, make and model of car not stated, occupation and pay required not stated. Can you see mistakes in that list? The first, and perhaps worst, mistake one can make is in the heading I want. Does your list start with I want? That the cause of a downfall of many people. The thought dominating the minds of mankind is want. Psychologists tell us that we attract whatsoever is passing through our minds. That means our main thought will bring about the conditions around us. Can that statement be true? Yes, by and large they are stating a simple truth. Let me put, in the word so far, adepts. The isolated thought tends to realize itself in and about the affairs of a person who isolates it. Let us look closely at that statement, in and about not only the person, but the person's affairs. At last we have the secret of gaining untold wealth. We have the very Cato life in our hands. No more shall we want for anything in this world. But hold on. How are we going to isolate a pure thought? We will soon discover that this is a very difficult thing to do. You think not? Well, just try it. The more you try, the less likely are you to succeed. Why should this be? Because you are bringing into effect the law of reverse. If a thing be true, it can be demonstrated. Suppose you have a pain of any sort. Well, all you have to do is think, I have no pain. And if a thought is isolated, the pain has gone. Simple, is it not? But try it. I am very certain that you will find the pain is increasing. But take heart. This book will teach you how to isolate thought. Still, we learn faster by making a few mistakes. Just follow the instructions given, and you will be able to isolate this elusive thought. You may make a few mistakes, but you will win. You still may not know just how or why it works, but then who knows the how or why of electricity? We know what it can do, we also know what can be done with electrical energy, but no man knows what electricity is, and, if it comes to that, no man really knows what thought is. However, we do know how to use the power of thought. Let us return to that word, want. It is a thought we must try to keep from our minds. We need results, not wants. It might pay to look up this word in a dictionary. It is defined as a state of not having, destitute, to be without, to be deficient, lacking, to fail, to fall short of, to be missed. Is this what you have been wishing for? Is this the condition you have been creating? If so, now is the time to cast it out. From this time onwards say I will have, not I want. Now that list. Have you written your list yet? If not, then take my suggested list for now. I will continue to use it as an example. I now ask you to look at that list in terms of need in place of want. Will the word need be better than want? Let's start with money. So you need a lot of money. For what? Well, you say, there's the bill for electricity and car insurance, mortgage on the house, kids need new clothes for school, and, oh yes, the school fees are almost due. Let's say I need about £500 to start with. To start with, or do you need £500? Exactly. If you are to isolate a thought, you must start with being exact in your demands. So you need £500 exactly. Next, a new house. Yes, I would like a new house. Let's see now. I need 4 bedrooms, garage, nice drive-in, lawns at front, gardens at rear, must be in the town Oxezy, close to the railway station and shopping centre. Good. That's sorted out very well indeed. Surely my subconscious mind knows that is my need. Well, it knows what you say. Why then does it not help me to obtain these things which I need? Why not? I will explain in simple words. The subconscious mind is primarily concerned with your survival. It keeps your heart beating, it controls your body, it sees to your breathing, all the motions of your body that take place without you having to think about it. Now this £500 you need, will you die if you fail to receive it? The answer is no, therefore your subconscious is not in any way interested. Will you die if you fail to get the new house? Again the answer is no, so your subconscious will do nothing. Could anything be more easy? Play a game and bring about a change in your life, the change you have sought so long. The hardest part of magic is to get started. So I urge you, make up your mind now. This very minute, get started. There is so little time, certainly none to waste by thinking about it. Start right now. Every minute you delay, you are growing older, and the older you grow, the more trouble it is to start. As you grow, habits are formed, and each day those habits become harder to change. And we need change under the direction of will. So start right now to change the patterns of your life. There is no time to lose. I have found that nearly all the books on how to make money, or on how to improve one's lot, etc., have one thing in common. They all tell you to use willpower. What, may I ask, is willpower? I have yet to find this magic power. Believe me, there is no such thing as willpower. I will agree there is determination to do or not to do a certain thing, but there is no power behind this determination, or will. Let us, for example, try to walk along a narrow plank which has been placed at a great height above the ground. Now, all the will in the world will not stop you from falling off that plank. Should you, however, imagine that you are across, then you will stand a chance of reaching safety. The power, then, is in the imagination. Psychologists tell us, if the will and the imagination go to war, then the imagination will always win. So much, then, for willpower. We have already seen that when we try to isolate a thought, all the willpower, we can bring to bear results only in evoking the law of reverse. Let us then agree. There is no such thing as willpower. Let us start our rituals with a simple example, one which will give proof of the powers which we will be invoking. I take it for granted that you have purchased a clock, candles, etc. Take your tray and place a piece of plasticine in the center. The candle is now placed in the plasticine. Make sure it is firmly held. Next, fill the tray with water. Always do this for any ritual. It is a safety measure and will prevent a fire should you drop off to sleep. Place these articles on a small table which should be near the middle of your room. At least keep the table away from the wall. Now take a long piece of string and form a circle around your table and the chair upon which you will be sitting. Try to obtain coloured string, but for this ritual any string will suffice. Make the circle as large as possible. The circle of the craft is exactly 9 feet in diameter, but this ritual does not call for extreme accuracy. Sitting in your chair, light the candle. An ordinary white candle is all that is needed. Now repeat your evening prayer. That is to help relax you. Keep your eyes steady on the candle flame for 2 or 3 minutes. During this time, decide in your mind what time you wish to rise in the morning. Your pens and paper should be on the table, so having decided on the time, write on the paper this spell. I will rise at chosen hour. Feeling well, really well. Write this 7 times. Now set your clock to the correct time and listen to the tick. Listen to it and try to key your written words to it. I will rise, wake and rise, at 7. I'll rise feeling really well. Awake and rise feeling really well. Get that rhythm running through your head. Try humming like a child would chant it in a game. Keep it up for several minutes then, leaving the candle burning. Take your clock with you and go to bed. Place the clock near your pillow where you can hear it ticking, and letting the words run through your mind to the beat of the ticking clock. Relax and drop off to sleep. That is all there is to it. But watch out in the morning. You will feel on top of the world, better than you have felt for many a day. You will feel compelled to rise. Well, you have been warned. Should it be that the first time you do not succeed, the answer to the failure is you have thought about it with your conscious mind. Stop thinking of these things. Leave it to your subconscious mind. Go to sleep listening to the clock. Think only, I will rise at 7, and leave it to your supermind to take over, and then you will succeed. You must leave it to outside forces. Remember, they are vastly superior to any mortal mind. I want you to use this ritual for at least 2 weeks. Get used to the rhythm of the clock, for it will work wonders for you. It could be this is the only ritual you will ever need. It could bring you wealth and success beyond your wildest dreams. Do not be put off, because it looks so easy. In this first ritual, we have been using the word tea. Now that could be a mistake. All the books I have read state that you should say, I can do this thing. The trouble being that this so often brings into use the law of reverse, and we need a method of overcoming this law. We can never ignore it, for like all natural laws, it is above the human mind. It cannot be changed. We must work within its frame of operation. One way in which we can get around this law is to speak to our supermind. Let us henceforth say you and not. I want you to try to realize that your conscious mind is from now on speaking to your subconscious mind, for that phase of mind is closer to the real you that you are trying to contact. I'm sorry, I cannot make this clearer. Before proceeding, how about that list? I am going to ask you to revise it. First, you must write down all the things you need. Having done that, go through the list and place your desired objects or articles in order of preference, then revise to order of priority. Do not only concentrate on material objects. Do not overlook mannerisms of speech. Perhaps you would like to learn a foreign language. It is a good plan to keep a notebook to hand so you can record these things. You will find it helps to compare results of rituals and other details of progress in magic. It can save you making a mistake twice in any given ritual. Now place a sheet of paper on your table. Draw a circle large enough to hold 10 counters. Those from a game of drafts or some similar game will do. The white counters represent men. The black counters represent a sum of £1,000 each. The position now is 5 men, each have a sum of £1,000. You now remove 1 black counter from the circle and remove 4 white counters. The position now is 1 man has £4,000, but the 4 other men have but £1,000 between them. Your circle now represents a true picture of the wealth of this world.